Hey guys, this is Kristen Lane. I'm the marketing manager with Tutor Doctor, and we are joined here today with Allie Scythe. She's one of our wonderful clients. Allie, how did you learn about Tutor Doctor?
We were in the market for a good tutor, and we had tried a couple of college students that were available that we had met through my niece and some other people, and they just didn't seem very motivated to actually really work with her. So we were in the market for a tutor, and we came across Tutor Doctor on the internet, read reviews. We got really good reviews, and so we called Joel and spoke with him, and we were very impressed with him. His presentation. He gave us a wonderful presentation, laid everything out, how things would work, what what the schedules would be like, how he pairs the student to the perfect tutor, which we really loved because my daughter is unique, as every child is, and I thought that was a big selling point for me, that he would take the time to individually match her with somebody that had like um, the same type personality. And then the first tutor that we were with, which we loved, she had to step aside for a while because of COVID and some other issues with her family. And we got a new tutor, Emily, and we love her. We loved both of them, really, but Emily is very enthusiastic and teaches in a manner that my daughter's able to understand, which I think is why she has fallen behind in school. They teach in a way that she just, every fish is in the sea swims a different way, and every child learns differently. So that was my biggest selling point, was that she was enthusiastic about it, and she has a wonderful reward system, but it's not like everybody gets a trophy type system. It's something she has to actually work for. And when she first started, like I said, she's in second grade now. She was reading at a kindergarten level, and she's already up to a second grade level. And we've been with Tutor Doctor now, I believe, maybe 4 months tops, and she's already up 2 grade levels in her reading. And that's all thanks to Tutor Doctor, because I'm not equipped to teach. I work 2 jobs. I'm home to take care of her, but I'm not home long enough to also be her teacher. So that was that's why we started. That's what brought us to Tutor Doctor, and
Yeah, that's perfect. So you've told us a little bit about your experience, and you mentioned that you tried a few other services, college students, etc. And what do you like the most about how the tutor works with your daughter through Tutor Doctor?
My daughter works on a approval. She likes to have people's approval, and Emily is very, very good about showing her that approval, and showing her when she's being enthusiastic. Like I said, when she does something correctly, she lets her know that, and she's excited about it for her. She celebrates with her. That's my favorite thing. Of course, as her mother, I love to see her be celebrated. But she's made some really big achievements that deserve celebration. So I do love her enthusiasm. And she knows the answer to every question. She's always available. I just really, we love her personality. She meshes well with my daughter, and they seem to be kind of on the same level. That would be my favorite part.
Yeah, that's awesome. And if you guys remember, we actually did an interview with her tutor, which is Emily, and we'll link that into the comments so that you guys can see it from the tutor's side as well. But thank you for sharing that, Allie. What would you tell others that are looking into tutoring?
I would say that there's no better service. I would say all the other options that we tried failed miserably. And we've tried since she was in kindergarten to do. We've gone through 4 different tutors, and none of them were prepared. None of them had anything. Like one tutor in particular, I had to purchase materials for her. One taught her how to spell the word third incorrectly for a spelling test. And I know that because she had her write it out, and she wrote it first. And then she had her write it 5 times underneath. And to me, that was just like, it's on the paper that was sent home to you with her spelling words. So how, if you don't know how to spell it, why would you not just look and see on the paper your cheat sheet while you're writing it out? But I've never used another service, but I don't believe we ever will. I don't believe we'll ever need to.
So I'm sure that you have mentioned already, but would you recommend Tutor Doctor
Absolutely.
to everybody?
Yeah, I would almost beg somebody, if their child was struggling in school, to check out Tutor Doctor. As I said, Joel will come out and he will show you everything. He has no problem taking his time going through everything with you, showing you exactly how things work, exactly how, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a system.
Right.
Kids work very well having patterns. That they like to have consistency, and I wanted consistency.
Yes.
And Joel was able to ensure us of that, and that's one thing that Tutor Doctor has absolutely followed through with. So I would recommend it to anybody, even if their child wasn't struggling. I would recommend it as a hand up, just an extra, a little extra help that they may not be getting in school, because in the classroom you don't get the one-on-one attention that you need. Like I said, my daughter's going into 2nd grade. She's been in public school since kindergarten. Why haven't they taught her how to read to a 2nd grade level? Why do I have to have a tutor for her? It's not like she's unteachable. She's not, she has no issues with learning. She has no learning disabilities. She's perfectly capable. So it just, to me, seems like a lack of availability from the teacher to be able to show every child how to do what they need to be doing. I mean, it's things are done differently now than they were when I was in school. So I don't quite know how the classrooms work these days, but it's clearly not like it used to be, where the teacher would come around to each student and make sure you're doing something correctly. They don't do that anymore. They just let them do it wrong and move on. And so, to me, I would recommend Tutor Doctor to anybody, any parent.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate the work that teachers are doing in the schools, and it's, of course, and
they're
it's
overwhelmed.
Yes,
right
for sure.
now,
And with
and I
everything that's going
understand
on, it's been crazy. But that's what we're here for, is to just provide that extra support, like you were talking about.
During the time that the schools were shut for COVID, that's when we first started with Tutor Doctor.
Right.
Because we didn't want her falling behind.
Of course.
And not only did she not fall behind, but she also caught up to where she needed to be. And is on level or ahead. She's not behind anymore, and it was killing her that she was behind. She would come home and she would say, you know, she was the dumbest kid in the class, and she would make the worst grades, and it just really was hard on her self-esteem. But the fact of the matter is, she just wasn't taught individually.
Right, that one-on-one support.
Yeah, and that was even prior to COVID. You know, I'm not saying that to disrespect teachers. They just do things differently now than they did before.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lot when you've got the large ratio to to handle, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience
problem.
with us.
I've enjoyed being here.
It's been awesome talking with you, and you guys go on and check out the tutor interview that we did with Emily, and she's working with this family. She's doing a great job, as I'm sure she concurs. And so we will be on again next Tuesday at 2 p.m. But thanks again, Allie, for coming on with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.